Hi everybody, Mrs. Haima with you, and we are going to revise today the first unit for literary streams and foreign languages. The first unit is ancient civilizations. Today we start with the ancient river valley civilizations. River valley civilizations. What do we mean by river valley civilizations? River valley civilizations are civilizations which began and prospered on the banks of rivers. معناها حضارات أودية الأنهار هي حضارات بدأت وترعرعت حول الأنهار. And these civilizations are four main civilizations. Sumerian civilization in Sumer, Egyptian, Indus Valley civilization, and finally Chinese civilization, right? To understand very well, we have to go to the map, right? Here they are ordered from the eldest to the least old, of course. You have Sumerian is the earliest civilization, then Egyptian, then Indus, then comes Chinese civilization. However, on the map here, we're going to start by Egyptian civilization, right? Egyptian here, then Sumerian civilization, then Indus Valley civilization, then Chinese one, right? The Chinese one. Let's start by Egyptian civilization. Right, look at Egypt here. Egypt is a country in North Africa, in the northeast, right? It has an excellent geographic position with the Mediterranean Sea in the north, and you have the Nile River here in green. You can see here the Nile River. It's written on the map Nile. R stands for river, نهر النيل. فمصر هنا تقع في شمال إفريقيا، الشمال الشرقي لإفريقيا. لها موقع جغرافي ممتاز. البحر الأبيض المتوسط في الشمال. نهر النيل يصب من الجنوب، يعني من الجنوب إلى الشمال، والبحر الأحمر هنا يفصلها بالجزيرة العربية. So here we said that Egypt has an excellent geographic position that helped in the beginning and in the development of Egyptian civilization. Here the Nile River played a very important role in the beginning of this civilization because it provided water for people, for agriculture, for farming, for transport, etc. Right, now Egyptian civilization, of course we said it's not the oldest, but on the map here we start by Egypt because of the map here, right? So Egypt, we cross the Red Sea here, نقطع البحر الأحمر, and we find ourselves in the Arabian Peninsula. What is Arabian Peninsula? هي شبه الجزيرة العربية. Well, the next civilization is not in the Arabian Peninsula. It's here. Look at here, this arrow, in Mesopotamia. See here, Mesopotamia. What do you mean by Mesopotamia? Mesopotamia is the land between the two rivers. هي بلاد أو أرض ما بين النهرين. Which rivers are we talking about? We are talking about the Tigris and the Euphrates. Tigris River are here, Tigris River and Euphrates River. دجلة نهري دجلة والفرات. They are called the twin rivers. Why the twin rivers? Because here they start from this point and then they derive, and all this land between them is called Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia was called the cradle of civilization. يعني سميت مهد الحضارات. Why the cradle of civilization? Because a lot of civilizations started, prospered, and ended in this region, starting from Sumerian, Akkadian, Assyrian, Babylonian, and of course ending with the Islamic civilization later by the spread of Islam. Right, now here the Tigris and Euphrates here were the birthplace of a lot of civilizations here, a lot of ancient civilizations, right? At the same point here, we have another civilization, another ancient civilization, the Indus Valley civilization. حضارة السند, the Indus Valley civilization, also prospered around a river which was called the Indus River. كان يسمى نهر السند. كذلك هذه الحضارة نمت على ضفاف نهر السند. This place here is between somewhere between India and Pakistan, with very important towns here in the past, cities in the past. Harappa here was a very, very important city in the old world in the past, right? Now let's move to another great river valley civilization, Chinese civilization, right here, which flourished on the banks of Huang or the Yellow River. معناه كذلك الحضارة الصينية. So you notice here that China today is great, and also in the past it was a very, very great civilization. It prospered around the Yellow River, right? So as you can see here, these are the main four civilizations. What do you mean by main? معناها هي هذه الأربع حضارات الرئيسية here. So Sumer, Egypt, Indus Valley, and then you have China, right? We start by the first one here, ancient Mesopotamia. Ancient Mesopotamia, and you have the picture here which shows, you see the picture here, it shows a ziggurat. What is a ziggurat? A ziggurat is a temple, where gods and goddesses were worshipped, right? هي معبد زيغورات، هي معبد آشوري قديم كانت تعبد فيه الآلهة, right? Now here the first point here, ancient Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia again is not a civilization, but it's a land where a lot of civilizations started. So it was the eldest known civilization. يعني هي أقدم حضارات عرفت في الإنسانية. It was also, as I said earlier, the cradle of civilization, مهد الحضارات. The Old Testament here, it is said that it was the place where the Testament was sent to Moses. Then you have the name of a very important king here, Nebuchadnezzar was a great king at the time. You have the word ziggurat. We talked about it. We said that it was a temple, and the last one, hanging gardens. So here we mentioned the most important items about this civilization. Hanging gardens. What do we mean by hanging gardens? Are حدائق بابل المعلقة. It was one of the seven wonders of the world. These were gardens which were built by a king as a gift to his wife. They were splendid, wonderful gardens that were built. كانت حدائق مبنية على شكل طوابق. كانت هي في الواقع هي كان يقال أنه ملك أهداها لزوجته كعربون للمحبة بينهم. Right, now let's move to another point here, number 5. You see, in what modern day was the Fertile Crescent? Well, look at here the place, you see it. Well, Fertile Crescent is written in a form of a crescent. What do you mean by a crescent? A crescent معناها هلال, and fertile معناها خصيب. الهلال الخصيب. Why the crescent? Because this region was its form was similar to a crescent. Its form معنى شكلها يشبه الهلال. And why fertile? Because this region, its soil was fertile, was good for agriculture, of course because of the water of the two rivers. لأنه هذه الأرض كانت محصورة بين نهرين، يعني من الطبيعي أنه أرضها تكون خصبة وتكون صالحة للزراعة. That's why it's called the Fertile Crescent. The question here, in what modern day country, معناها ما هي الدولة معناها of course here today it's Iraq, right? The Fertile Crescent today is Iraq. Of course it's not only Iraq and parts of Syria, right? Ur, the capital city of Mesopotamia. Ur كان اسم عاصمة ميسوبوتاميا في الماضي, right? Not today, of course. All these names have been changed. Number 9, right? Number 9 here. The picture, as you can see here, shows tablet, a Sumerian tablet. What is Sumerian tablet? هي لوحة سومرية قديمة. Of course, the Sumerians used to write on tablets. Paper was not yet discovered, was not yet invented, so people used to write on clay tablets. The Sumerians invented writing. Of course, the Sumerians were the first to invent a new form of writing, which was called cuneiform, right? Babylonians, which was a civilization. معنى البابليون هما حضارة نمت وازدهرت في المنطقة, في منطقة Mesopotamia. Babylonians wrote using this wedge-shaped writing on clay tablets. فالبابليون كتبوا على ألواح, على ألواح سومرية, يعني اكتشفت مؤخرا in Iraq. We are still speaking about the achievements of the Sumerians, Babylonians, and all these civilizations developed in Mesopotamia. They invented the number system based on 60. اخترعوا النظام الستيني. They divided the hour into 60 minutes. هم من قسموا الساعة إلى 60 دقيقة. They divided the year into 12 months. يعني قسموا حتى السنة إلى 12 شهرا. And here let me tell you that the Sumerians were obliged to they had to invent this number system in order to calculate the advance of the growing seasons. معناهم كان عليهم أن يقسموا أن يحسبوا مواقيت الزرع والحصاد. They were the first to develop mathematics, astronomy, and other sciences, just to facilitate agriculture. So you see here that agriculture was the basis of all other activities and sciences. The Sumerians not only did this, but they invented many other instruments, like the wheel, العجلة, which made a revolution in transport and in agriculture. They invented the plow, المحراب, the sailboat, and many uncountable inventions. The picture shows cuneiform writing. Of course, cuneiform writing was not written by letters like the alphabet, just symbols here. Symbols, you see here, only symbols. An important idea that we're going to develop here, number 11, ancient Mesopotamia social classes. Of course, the division of social classes here was not only in Mesopotamia. All the ancient civilizations were based on social classes, which means that people were not all the same. Society was based on social classes. معناها المجتمع كان مرتكز على التقسيم الطبقي, social classes, with enslaved people, slaves meaning slaves, العبيد في الأسفل, in the bottom, with slaves in the bottom of the social scale. Then comes the artisans الحرفيين, merchants, تجار, farmers, الفلاحون, and fishers, الصيادون. On the top of the social scale, of course, you have kings, priests, الكهنة كان عندهم مكانة عظيمة in ancient civilizations, and government officials like ministers like ministers. Here the picture shows more ziggurats. Here you see the ziggurats have they are shaped like a pyramid. Here another picture, I guess it shows the Tower of Babel. And another one, this picture, if you remember, is also on your school book. هذه الصورة أيضا في كتابكم المدرسي. It shows the hanging gardens of Babylon. هذه تظهر حدائق بابل المعلقة, and you see how they are splendid and wonderful, right? This is all for today. I hope I have given you most important ideas about Mesopotamian civilizations. I promise to give more in the future.